In the 1950s, they scientists were studying a town called Roseto. This town was being studied because they had half of the average rate of heart disease for males over 65 in the whole of America. This was significant at the time because there was no low blood pressure drugs or um, low cholesterol drugs to assist people in delaying heart disease. So scientists studied Roseto. They looked at the background of the inhabitants of that town and came to the conclusion that it was not their genetics uh, to explain the reason why they had low heart disease. They looked at their diets and they were eating a lot of sweets, and a lot of them were actually struggling with obesity. And yet, still, they did not have heart disease. They looked at the geography of the town, and there was three surrounding towns that had 3 times the rate of heart disease as Roseto did. So it was not geography. So the scientists came to the conclusion that the reason why they had such a low heart disease is because of the way that they were living. The way that they were living was communal based, meaning they would talk to their neighbor if they saw them on the porch. They would like occasionally chat with each other. They had 22 communal groups. That was only in a town of 2,000. So that means like they had 22 um, community groups, like chess group um, or a reading club or things like that. They had 22 of them in a town of 2,000, which is quite high for that amount of people. Um, yeah, a lot of people knew each other, and so they would strike up conversations quite easily. And their living was communal based. They considered each other within the community, and they came to the conclusion that this is why they had such a low heart disease. And taking this into like context, many of us today live within um, our own individual lives. We do not spread out. We isolate ourselves into our own little bubbles, and we do not expand and talk to another person as our equal. We don't talk to our neighbors. I was living with one other person a year ago, and we barely spoke. We both stayed in our rooms unless we made food. So sometimes we don't even talk to the people that we live with. And looking at how I live and how people live is all directive through money. I go to work to make an income so that I can provide myself, disperse that income towards food or rent or clothing or entertainment or reading material, things of that nature. I only need to work for me. The only thing that is considered in my life in terms of money direction is me, which is very fucked up, and therefore I'm isolated, and therefore I create all this stress on myself. I have nobody else to help me through my life. I have nobody else to talk to because I have accepted myself as separation from others. And I do not share myself with neighbors or with people who are who live who live 20 feet away from me because of the accepted isolation. And within this, I a lot of stress is created a lot of stress and pressure is created for ourselves on our lives, and that is how a lot of diseases are created. It's through our own emotional process of stress, anger, frustration, fear, things of that nature. And it's just a combination of this, and it's a building up over time, over time, over time, until it just takes a massive toll on your body, and your body says, fucking stop, and it stops itself. um, so this is why an equal money system is best for humanity. Because in an equal money system, it will be community guided. The actions that we take will not be out of profit, because we will not have this whole I make money and then I go spend it on my desires type deal. Whereas enough money will be provided to me so that I can provide the necessities for myself. And yes, necessities does include computers, telephones, internet, cars. Those are necessities. So, what I'm saying is that I will have an income coming into me so that I can provide the necessities for myself. Same as now, but it will not be I only consider me in my life. I will not have to only work for myself for my own life. I will have the ability and time to consider all others in this world. And then therefore my actions will be community driven. It won't be I have to go out and work and survive and live off of that fear of survival for the rest of my life. It is I will be given life. Life will be provided for me, so now I can give back. I can do something uh, with my time. And there's no fucking way I would spend my time playing video games or watching TV. There's no fucking way that I would end up doing that. It would be a point for me to allow myself to express myself in the community, because, again, my life will not be only directed around me. Because my money source will not be only directed around me. It will be. I do not think that I'm explaining this right. Right now, I work for my own fear of survival, and then within that, I isolate myself. Within an equal money system, life will be given to me, and then I will not have to constantly work 8 hours a day for the rest of my life, and then use that income to disperse so that I can provide the necessities for myself. The necessities will be given so that, and then within that, I have the time to give back if I choose. And I do not see why I would not choose that, because it would just make things better for me in the entirety. Meaning, if I were to give back in the community and work with the community, obviously I'm fucking included in the community, so I would be working with and for myself as well as all others as a fucking equal. So, that is what I'm saying, is that equal money will give us the opportunity to live within a community base and develop the community, and within that, develop the community within the minuscule aspect, meaning of a community within a village, and the community of the entire world. So the community of the entire world will look out for the community of the entire world, and then the community of the village will look out for the community of the village. And within that, we will be a communal based. And then within that, through the science that has been shown through the anomaly of the town Roseto, heart disease, cancer, what else? A lot of mental diseases actually will be cut down because of this whole entire stress and pressure, and then like mental breakdowns will begin to diminish extensively because of the lack of stress and pressure that we are placing on ourselves to keep ourselves going in this world. So that is why an equal money system is best for us, because it will give us the ability to actually live instead of kill ourselves with all this stress and pressure and emotion due to our accepted ways of living. So, there will be links in the description bar, check it out, towards the equal money system, destiny, and I suggest you visit those and realize that we ourselves need to change and consider others so that this entire world can change. We must change equal and one, meaning we ourselves need to change to in a reflection of the world itself. So we need to change with the world in order to create a better world. So we need to be real. We need to change ourselves so that we can change this world. So visit the system. Visit the website. Support the system. Thank you.